Russian attacks creep further into Ukraine, striking cities in the west. Kyiv says Moscow has killed more civilians than soldiers. Ukrainian journalist Andriy Dehela joins us live from Khmelnytskyi in western Ukraine. Andriy, Ukraine hoping to evacuate more civilians today. Have humanitarian corridors opened?
Yes, this morning Ukraine announced more than 10 humanitarian corridors to be opened throughout the day in different regions of the country, including around Kyiv, the satellite towns which were under heavy bombing over the past few days, also near Kharkiv, the city of Izium, and also, of course, Mariupol, which has been besieged for more than a week already, where people don't have access to heating or water or even food and basic supplies. There are no confirmed reports about that particular corridor yet, so we can't really say for now whether the corridor Mariupol is working. We know already that at least 2 of the announced corridors are not active. Those are the ones in Chernihiv and in Sumy. The respective heads of the regional administration said that the Russian troops did not hold their end of the bargain, and the ceasefire was not agreed at the end of the day. So those corridors are not active. But we will only know in a few hours which of the announced 12 corridors have actually been active and where any civilians were able to evacuate.
Andriy, Russian shelling spreading to parts of the west where you are. Why now on day 15?
Yes, that is true. Today, in the early morning and overnight, there were 3 new strikes in cities that have yet received a lot of artillery attention from the Russian troops. Those are the cities of Lutsk, Ivano-Frankivsk, and Dnipro. The first 2 are in the west, the other actually in the southeast of the country. So the way I understand it, in both Lutsk and Ivano-Frankivsk, the targets were airfields. In one case, it was a military airfield, in the other, a civilian airport. I can't say that the same thing about Dnipro, where I think most damage is in the residential part of the city. But for now, those strikes are similar to the ones that already happened earlier near the city of Khmelnytskyi, where I am right now, where an airfield was struck, and also at the airport in the city of Vinnytsia, a couple of hundred kilometers east from here. So it seems like the Russians are trying to attack all the airfields they could reach. Maybe this has something to do with the conversation about the jets that Ukraine still may receive from its Western partners. So maybe the whole idea here is to limit the number of airfields from which these fighters actually can take off and which they can land on.
Well, thanks for that. Andriy Dehela speaking live to us there from Khmelnytskyi in western Ukraine.